This is going to be a overview of our new templating system. So what these templates allow you to do is to have control over some of the content that you want to create. Well, we've got templates that help you create a business card. It can create notepads, but there's also digital templates. So if you want to create on-brand social content for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, this gives you the option to be able to do that yourself and still remain on brand with the university. So let's start with digital templates. We have several in here. This is going to build up over time. We're going to continue to build up functionality within these templates. When you're working with a template, the most important button is this button right here. You can see it up on the top of each one of these. This is the template editor. If you were to just click into the template itself, this only gives you a preview of what the template looks like. It doesn't allow you to make any changes. The one advantage to this is if you've worked with this template before, you're going to create different jobs. Every time you work with a template and create a new job, it's going to create a record of that. If you want to go back to that, you need to know what the date and time that you created that template was. And you can easily do this by going into here and clicking on jobs, and you're going to see those listed over here. This is going to give you the job date, and that'll help you find that when you go back to edit that template later on if you want to. The ones that don't have the editor button up on the top, these are downloads. So we do have some templates that are specific to different applications. So we have a PowerPoint template, and you'll see that it's an actual document down here on the bottom. Here we have a Microsoft document. So these are going to be downloads that you can open up in Microsoft products and work with them directly in there rather than creating the template online. What I want to show you today is how to work with a template that's already on here. We're going to click the template editor. I've already created some versions of this before. This is where you're going to go in and load that new template. But let's just create a new job. Within any template, you're going to see these blue marks around the boxes. Anything with a blue box is editable text. So we can go in here and create a new headline. We have spaces for body copy, we have spaces for captions for the photos, and we have the photos themselves. To replace an image, you can do this in a couple different ways. Once you click on the image, you're going to get more options over here on the right. If you want to change that image, on the left, it's set to upload, so you can actually choose something from your desktop and use that in your layout. Let's find something interesting here. And click upload. And that's going to install it directly into that box. You can grab these red handles on the corners and it's a little tricky sometimes. Grab these corners and you can increase the size of that image within that box. You can't change the size of this box itself, but you can change the size of that photo within that box. So this is a handy way to crop the photo if you need to within that box. And if you click done, then we're all set. The other way you can add an image is if you go into here and instead of using the upload function, you can go down to where it says Saginaw Valley State University. This is going to access directly the photo libraries within the Creative Hub. So if your photo is in the Creative Hub already that you want to use, click that. You can disregard all these folders. Just go directly to the search. And we can do a quick search here. I'm going to say just campus. And that's going to give you search results that you can scan through and choose a photo. Let's pick this one here. Once you select it, it's going to populate that image into the frame. And then similar with the other one, if you double click it, you can grab a corner here, change the cropping within that box, click done. Once you're finished editing that template, click on Finished, click Yes. And this is going to give you a preview of what it's going to look like. Once you're finished with that, you can click on, it's a little off screen, but there's a download button down here in the bottom. Click Download. The type of document you use to download is important to what your use is. If you're using this online, it's a digital thing that's going to be on social media, then you're going to want to download it as a JPEG or a PNG. So I'm not going to download it. I'm just going to close out of this. Within the templates, we also have these personal identity templates. So anything that's going to have your name on it, these email signature graphics that you can put in your emails. We have name tags, and then we have business cards. And I do want to show you this business cards because I think this is going to be our most popular template that people will use. We have two versions. We have a basic one, just a standard one, and then we have one with more options. This one's fairly self-explanatory. I want to show you a little bit more about the one with more options. So we're going to go in and edit this. I'm going to create a new project. And some of these templates come in a little bit small, so you can just click the zoom and bring it up. So it's just a little easier to work with. So like before, anything that has a blue box, you can edit that text. And this business card has a couple extra features in here. You have spaces for degree. So if you are an SVSU alum, you can put your degree and the year of graduation in there. And then we also have a place where you can add pronouns if you like. When you're working with the degrees over here, it's recommended that you just delete the numbers and add them here rather than clearing everything out and starting over. The important thing is this comma here is actually an end quote, and there's a special process you have to go through to be able to get the end quote at the beginning of a number. So it's just easier to change the number. Don't delete that. Otherwise, you might wind up putting in the incorrect markup there. If you're using this template for the specific reason of only having your degrees in there and you're not concerned with having your pronouns in there, you can select that and delete. And vice versa. If you're going into this card because you want to have pronouns on your card, but you are not an SVSU alum, you can just simply select that and delete and work with it that way. So that gives you a couple different options. When you're downloading a business card, it's very important that when you're choosing your file type, that you download this as a PDF, because there's going to be a process where you have to create a graphics request and upload that file to that graphics request so that you can have it printed, and they need a PDF file. And that's an overview of our new templates. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to SVSU's University Communications team, and we'll either walk you through the process. There will be some instances that, like with business cards, you need more options. These templates are not a 100% replacement for services for UCOM. So feel free to reach out if you need a business card with different information on there. Maybe you have a long name and it doesn't quite fit on that card. We can design that for you if you need to.